Make Rizal obsolete. Now? I don't think so. If Rizal were still alive, he would be around 161 years old and no longer this, where he is forever in those younger days. The only thing making this look old is the monochrome black and white color, which is very 1800s. But you've known him from when you were in kindergarten, because you've seen his photo hanging on the wall of your classroom. If Rizal were a book, it would only take him 10 to 15 years to be considered obsolete. Something becomes outdated when we can no longer use it. Its content may no longer be applicable in our time. Yes, that happens. Even the greatest of books should be made obsolete. It can be used as a reference or guide, but above all, it allows us to produce better ones, become innovative, and change. So would you want to see him if Rizal didn't die in 1896? Where can we find him? Still underneath his monument in Luneta Park, Manila. Like, hey, he's 161 years old. What would you expect? He's not coming back. And we should be grateful that he did not exist in this lifetime. Trust me, you wouldn't want to be a part of his novels. Isn't it ironic how we make it seem like the novels should feel this way when it's supposed to give you this feeling? And that is the main reason why we can't make Rizal obsolete. Let's try to test if we can make him obsolete in these present times. Looks like they're celebrating and happy. But what's there to celebrate if the Philippines is still suffering? Until this celebration becomes the problem. Let's look at the future of our country, smiling and probably enjoying their youth, but instead, they're being forced into child labor. These are the problems Rizal was trying to fix during his time. But the people of the 20th century, with the most advanced equipments, resources, and education, scared of the problems from hundreds of decades ago. The only reason why Rizal is still relatable is that we're still living in his time. There is still a Padre Damaso inside those churches, and kids like Crispin and Basilio deprived of their rights. A Kapitan Tiago who would rather waste his time and resources on gambling, and a Simon looking for justice. As we continue to speak with his novels, we haven't been able to break free from such violence, inequality, injustice, and colonial mentality. We will only stop bothering Rizal if we finally find a new Rizal who will write about our time and history. But are we ready to let that new Rizal grow? Because he or she could be a kid, a student, or a professional somewhere out there waiting for the right time. Let's give that person a safe environment to grow and prosper, while hoping his novels will now be about greatness and nationalism. But for now, while he's nowhere to be found, we still need a Rizal, and we can't make him obsolete.